Good morning, everybody. Today is day 27. I've been hiking for almost 2 hours already. It is currently almost 8:30, so I had quite an early start today at 6:30, and that's because my shuttle picked me up from Laughing Heart at 5:30 in the morning. It was Nate, Zach Galifianakis, who picked me up. He's the one that brought me to Laughing Heart the other day, and that was the best time that he could do to get me like a reasonable morning start. So I'm here. We only have like 600 feet to climb for the rest of our first climb of the day, which is Snowbird Mountain, I think it's called. And I said we, which I know I do by default a lot of times, but today I really mean we, because look who's here. Jordan's here. He got here last night at like 10:30 almost. He had a 9-hour drive from home, so he got here late. And when I say we did not have a good night's sleep, I mean it. There was a lot of commotion going on at Laughing Heart Hostel last night. There was someone like cooking at midnight and making kind of a lot of noise, and then there was another ordeal, which I'm not going to really go into details about that because that's not my story to tell. But yeah, needless to say, I think we only got like 3 hours of sleep. So that stinks, but I think we're in pretty good spirits because we're just excited to be together finally after 26 days of being apart. So yeah, anyway, so we got a shuttle from Hot Springs back to Standing Bear, where I got off Tuesday afternoon, and I am making up this section between Standing Bear and Hot Springs over the next couple days. So I'll check in with you guys later. We go over Max Patch today, so I will for sure have some good views to share with you guys. Alrighty, see ya. What's up, everybody? Wanted to give an update. We're 10.25 miles in for the day. We've already done over 4,000 feet of vertical gain. It's windy and we're making our way up Max Patch. So the hope is we don't get blown off the mountain, but I'm sure we'll be all right. Just like expected, 10 miles hit and my Achilles just aren't having it. So Jordan's gotten to see my hiker hobble firsthand.
It's for real.
So I'm slowly making my way up the mountain, but we only have like 5.5 miles left to our shelter for the night, and it's only just coming up on 11:30, so we got plenty of time. It'll, I think, be hard to stop at the shelter because it's going to be early, but yeah, I definitely can't go further than that with my Achilles. So we'll have plenty of time to rest and hang out at the shelter. So I'm going to put the phone away because I don't even know if you can hear me over these winds right now, but I will see you at Max Patch. Hey guys, so you just saw some footage from Max Patch. Obviously I couldn't talk up there to you guys because what would you say the winds were gusting, like 40 miles an hour?
Say 40s.
Yeah.
Enough to blow me in a certain direction.
Yeah, we were definitely getting blown around up there. Our packs are not very aerodynamic, we've discovered, but yeah, it was pretty up there. I wish that it was not so windy so we could have stood up there and enjoyed the views for a little bit longer. We kind of just got up there, touched the summit, took a couple of photos and videos, and hightailed it off there to get out of the wind. So we have like 1.5 miles now to our shelter for the night. I know there's no water available at the shelter, so there is a good water source, I think 1/2 mile and 0.2 miles before the shelter. So we will stop at either one of those and do our water filtering. We did get trail magic at Max Patch Road. I almost forgot to tell you. There were 2 women there who were doing some great trail magic in honor of a friend who had passed away who hiked the AT in the past. So that was great to have that as a surprise. So Jordan hikes the AT one day and gets trail magic.
Barbecue.
Yeah, they
sandwich.
had barbecue, was it chicken or pork?
Pork.
Barbecue pork sandwiches. I just had a candy bar. I packed out a Powerade and he had a Coke. He understands my Coke cravings now after just one day through hiking on the trail. So yeah, that was great. So yeah, we're gonna stop and filter water at our source, and then I will check in probably when we get to the shelter. Alrighty, see you guys. All right, everyone, we are at Roaring Brook shelter area. There's a lot of really great tent sites here. I think Far Out says there's officially 7 tent pads. Jordan and I found one that's like kind of tucked away, private. It was really flat. There was no rocks or roots on the ground. I am sacrificing my free space in my tent so that Jordan could sleep with me. So I have everything so much more tidy on my side. Normally everything just like hurricanes out of my pack, tornadoes out of my pack into the opposite side of the tent, but I have it all tucked away neatly inside my pack, which is going to be at my feet. It's going to be a dry night, so no rain or anything. Otherwise, I'd be a little bit more worried about stuff getting wet. But yeah, it's not the perfect tent pitch. Things are a little bit floppy in areas, but it will do.
You blame me.
Jordan's job was to set up the tent tonight.
It's your fault because you told me I don't normally do it.
But no, it's fine. It'll be all right. So yeah, we are all set up. We are changed into our camp shoes, and I think we're gonna take our food bags and water and whatnot up to the shelter to just hang out. And I'm gonna eat some super late lunch. It's 2:40. Yeah, then dinner later, and we'll probably have an early night because of our lack of sleep last night. So, alrighty. I may or may not check in later. See ya.
So bright.
What up? We're laying in bed. It's, I can't see my watch, 5:45 maybe. And
5:28.
5:28 only. That makes it worse. So it's cold and windy, and sitting outside at the shelter was just not a good time because of how cold it is. So we got in the tent, and I also didn't really eat my dinner because it turns out I got Annie's shells and cheese, and you know I do the freezer bag cooking method, and turns out shells don't really like to cook, so it was crunchy shells and cheese soup. So luckily I have Jordan with me and he was able to stomach it a little bit more. I tried my best to just shove it in, but it was unsuccessful. So he finished my, I mean, he told me the other day he missed my cooking.
It's true. She's
So,
a good cook.
This is what he's missing out on.
Absolutely. I'm definitely satisfied now.
You got to enjoy some of my cooking. So yeah, we're laying here, editing my video literally right now. And it's actually quite warm in my tent currently, because the sun is shining on it, but it's gonna get real cold here once the sun goes down. I think we're looking like low 20s as the low. So it'll be a cold night, but luckily there's 2 of us in here producing body heat, so hopefully that helps. But anyway, that's it for the night, for the day. Tomorrow we're looking at like 14 miles, but I don't know, like a third only of the elevation
Yeah.
that we did today. So it shouldn't be too bad of a day. We're gonna probably sleep in a little bit and leave camp like 8 or 9-ish, since it's not too bad of a day. And yeah, I'm gonna quit blabbing, so I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good night.